Guys, I am so happy that Get Togethers finally came out and I've created a speed build for my Let's Play off it, and I'm really proud of the way it turned out. I think it's one of the best houses I've done, considering that isn't modern, well, non-modern houses. It's my first build on this channel that wasn't a modern house, and I'm really pleased by the way it turned out. It's on the coast, and oh my god, I love it. I think it's such a cool house. It's such a fits with the style of the game. I could have built a modern one, but I'd rather save that. Even though this is the area where all the modern houses are, I felt like this lot is just perfect for a cabin sort of area, like sort of beachside cabin. And so you can download this already on the gallery, and it only requires Get Together. It does say on the gallery also requires Outdoor Retreat, but I've used nothing from Outdoor Retreat. I went through it all. When you click show items, it shows nothing, and I haven't used terrain paints from it or anything like that. So the inside kind of has a sort of modern touch to it, but still this sort of classic era. Was it classic Tudor style house with the panelling and that? I use so much use of those vines because I think it just gives the house a really nice touch. Same with the flower boxes. I place them literally everywhere in this house. The house turns out very nice for. I actually built it round the wrong way. You might want to turn it round because I've got the pool facing out to the beach, so the Sims will appear right next to the pool and that. I just realised what I have done. I have forgot to place a fence. I was planning to fence off the pool area, but I guess I won't have a fence because why not? The items in this, it kind of has a modern feel to it, this house. It isn't this old style. I use those. I'm not sure if those are what they are, but they make me think of these sort of windows that you'd pull open on like a really hot day. So I sort of imagined it as that, and I've put it in areas where it'd get really hot, like out onto the back garden. You'd view out onto the back garden with them, and it gives it that sort of classic feel. Well, not classic, but like sort of opening feel. Makes the rooms bigger and nicer, and so we place a lot of roof accents, and we make the house look beautiful. We place windows in the non-existent attics, lots of flower beds, and again lots of greenery. Just build it up everywhere. I try and so we place them there. I think that's where the TV is, so that's where the living room will be. So you get a nice sprawling view of the living area, and we have some windows there. And I'm just pleased overall on how this turns out. I make it look like that area is quite ingrown. So it gives it that style, and I use the drain pipes. I place a natural pool there for the drain pipes, and I act like the drain pipes are what is pumping the natural water from a place like the Buffs or like the sea into their pool. So they've obviously like paid money for water to be flowed to their house like that, and it gives it off quite a cool feel. And I use these bubble emitters that I've never used before, and oh my god, they're the coolest things ever. They sort of make the pool look like a hot tub, almost. Like, I also noticed that they have rose petal water for some reason, and I think that's the oddest thing ever. I don't know why they added that, cause isn't like it used anywhere at all in the game. It isn't used in. I thought it might be used in, I haven't had a full look, but I thought when I saw it, my first thing was, oh, that will be used in the palace and like the gardens for a rose petal fountain or something. And then I look at them, I actually send my Sims a club there because I think it has a pool with the rose petals in it, and I'm like, oh, they can swim in that because they're a Zen club. Eh, they're like yoga and that. So I plan to do that. They get there, start gathering, and then I'm looking for the pool for them to go swimming in it. I'm just like, huh? Where is it? Where did they pool it? So we start to build a sort of pool alignment area. We build this sort of cool dive spot for your Sims to run upon, and we start by building in the hallway. I'm really proud of it. I have basically never really done anything this style where it's a 2-hour German style, and this is when I realised that you just like to poke through. So we move that one back because you can't see the difference. You'll see it in the screenshots, but for that I turn it into a shelf for the weirdest thing ever. Out of nowhere I just turn it into a shelf. So I have a look at some of the items because this is like the second time I've had a look at these items. I haven't had a look at them. Haven't had a look at them yet fully. So in the Let's Play, even though there are only 2 Sims, I have placed 2 bedrooms so that if they have a child, they can accommodate them. Because the worst thing ever is in a Let's Play not being able to have extra Sims and then not be able to accommodate for them, and it's like, well, where do I put these? Oh god, I'm going to have to place stairs somewhere leading into a basement. It's also the problem with expanding a lot of houses, like, it's really hard to do properly, so I'm putting an extra bedroom to save me the hassle of having to do that again. So we're having to expand that or turn that into something else. So it's just sitting there right now. We start work on the kitchen, of course, because what would a house be without a kitchen? Like, it wouldn't be a house, it needs a kitchen. But I do that. I'm really like the new items in this pack. For some reason, really like using those stone walls. I think they look really nice indoors and outdoors. I think they give the kitchen quite a nice feel as well, because it isn't an old kitchen, but it isn't exactly it's an old kitchen that's been remodeled into a newer kitchen. So they've obviously put in a nicer fridge, new oven, cold. Yeah, I thought that was a coffee machine, the espresso grinder, but it turns out it isn't. The press, I know. I think I might replace that with the actual coffee machine. I thought the espresso grinder was a coffee machine on its own, but turns out it isn't. So that was disappointing, because it looks gooder, it looks better. Like, I've tried building a cafe before and then it says can't make drink, there is no espresso grinder, and I was just a bit like, what's an espresso grinder? And then I found out it was that, and then I was like, that's why I couldn't make coffee on it. So I really like the new coffee shops. I think they're quite cool. They're a bit different. So here we start work on this sort of man cave, well, jet cave, I'm not sure what to call it, but we give it that sort of feel. I actually like those wooden walls better now that I look back, but yeah, I was going to place the dance mat. I forgot to put a dance mat outside, oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god! I was going to place the dance mat outside, but I placed a bonfire instead. So we build up some posters, and we place again um, some seating and a lovely plant, and then I don't think I keep the fireplace. I put in a foosball table as well, because you know your Sims need foosball. Yeah, I'm needing to fix that. I moved that. You'll need to move the DJ booth because I learned the hard way. So we start by placing tables, and this is me deciding how I want the dining room to look. That's too big, so I decided to put it like that. And I was going to build a wall. I was going to build one of those walls and then fill it with new windows that aren't really windows, more like wall decorations, but uh, I'll show you when I get to them. Yeah, but it was a 5x5. I think every double window that they have, they need to have a single version of that. Like, it wouldn't be that hard to make a single version of that, and it would just make the rooms look so much better. Like, all the big glass windows need to have single versions of it. Like, same with those shutter windows, I think a single one would be really good. It might look a bit weird on your own, but then you can sort of build it up so you can have 2 of them, or 3 or 4. You'll need to set that door to the front door, because from personal experience, Sims will go in that door to welcome you, thinking that that is the actual door, and then it's like, no, that's the front door, because that's the front of the lot automatically, even though I've made it that this is the front, because, I don't know, I started building on it that way. Anyway, so we start to furnish this room. I built this all in one night, which is really surprising for me, because it usually takes me a while to build anything. When I am building it, I'll usually build something, take a break, do something else, I don't know, and then come back and build it again. But this was just after Get Together came out, and I was so buzzing to build. So I was like, yes, we're building it. We're building a house like that. We need to build a new house using the stuff. So this is up on the gallery, and it says it requires outdoor retreat. It doesn't, trust me. When you click show items, it doesn't show any items. So it is an outdoor, it is only get together you need. I made sure of it because, well, I wanted this to be a get together build. I wanted it to have all the get together themes in it. So next we place a bookshelf in here, some more, and a Don't Wake the Llama table, cause I don't know, I think this house has everything in it except the arcade machine, mainly because the arcade machine's way too big. Like, I have a feeling that, see, if the arcade machine was a bit smaller, I would have used it more, but the fact is that it isn't. It's way too big to be in any house. Like, I can put that, like, if it was smaller, I might have put 1 or 2. Like in The Sims 3, they were good sizes, because then I could put 1 or 2 downstairs in a sort of deck room, and then it'd look like some old arcade machine that you've bought. But these look like massive, giant, clunky things that aren't as cool and look quite dumb. I think the only way I'd see them is if they were in an arcade. But they aren't in an arcade. I'd see them. See, if I was in an arcade, I would be able to, like, basically, if it was in an arcade, it would look as part of the arcade. Where without it, it just sort of looks like. But the thing is, there aren't enough small arcade machines to make it look like a full arcade. That's the only machine. It just came up a few seconds ago. That's the only machine. So it isn't like there's multiple smaller ones and then this big one, because the big one would look good in an arcade, but there isn't enough to make an arcade. Like, it's been hard to put it places because I made a club of gamers and I wanted them to hang out at a cafe, and I had to destroy the bathrooms in the cafe and make 1 bathroom instead of 2. And I was just like, oh, it really sucks how I had to do that just to get it to work. So we start by we start by placing a few little things. So we build the master bathroom, and then we move on to a smaller bathroom, which I like more than the master, cause I don't know why I like it more. I think it looks nicer, it looks more homely than the master, cause the master looks like one of my bathrooms, quite roomy, arid. It doesn't look like a bathroom you'd have in a house, where I consider this house to be quite homely, over like what I would usually do, where it's quite modern, and still looking at it looks like a house that's been lived in, I think. It looks like one where people have lived in it, and like for instance, vertical wouldn't be a homely house. That was a more open, arid house with sort of like flowing design and that, and a lot of my houses have been like that, cause I don't know, but this house just feels really homely. It feels like an actual house that people are living in, that people have like put together and that. I'm not saying that houses that aren't homely are bad, like if your house, but it has that homely feel, it has that feel of it's like someone's lived here. As you can see, I put in like these, and it just creates this, it looks like an actual bathroom. Like, I don't know why it does, but I don't know why. So we place some trees in. Again, it says requires outdoor retreat, but I don't use anything from it. So if you want this house, there's nothing from outdoor retreat in it. I've had a look at the terrain paints that I've used, absolutely nothing. I think it might be a glitch because I've used the fire pit. I don't know, maybe the fire pit's connected to outdoor retreat in some way, but that's the get together one, so I don't see why it'd be connected to the outdoor retreat ones. So we're finally into screenshots, and we have a lovely one of the house. I think this looks, I'm so proud of it because it's my first time I've done something that isn't modern in design, and it looks so good from being out of my comfort zone and not in my usual comfort. I feel good and safe with building this. I'm really proud of it because it doesn't fit in my comfort zone, and I'm sure I did use quite a few modern touches, like especially in the bedrooms and that, but it gives it off that homely feel, like it isn't sticking to one design motif, it's sort of jumping between them. It's sort of like a house, because not all your house is going to be modern and not all of it's going to be classic. Like those chairs are quite modern, but then they have like the classic kitchen counters. It just pulls it all together really nicely. And then we have the games room tucked down here, and across from that, and next we have the master bedroom. Those cabinets make it look really homely as well. They look really just natural. And then a shot of the bathroom, the master, and then a lovely shot of the child room. I guess it could be for a teenager as well. Like, I wouldn't take that. I've made it gender neutral because I like doing it gender neutral. You can edit it to how you like. And then we have the outside patio area with the couches in that. And then a shot of the brand new pool, and my sim in the background. She is wearing a dress. And we have a shot again of the fire pit. So I hope you enjoyed, and you can download this house on the gallery as usual. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!